Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 9-5. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out in its entirety at durhamskywriter.com. Now, as Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I do invite you to click on that link on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. I am on LinkedIn and YouTube as we speak, but the link is only on the Facebook side. So if you want to join me on camera, do that. You can share this out. That would also be super awesome. So let's get started with the word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page, where there's some really good programs and services being offered by local nonprofits, also the city, the county, and the state. So go up and down the page, see what pertains to you, and go ahead and sign up. The Durham County Libraries are all open until 6 tonight. And then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30. Bragtown reopens tomorrow at 10. Let me tell you about CORE. You might not know about C-O-R-E, CORE. Let me scroll down and find that. So this is a national thing. It's a national organization, and it stands for Children of Restaurant Employees. As a lot of us know, restaurant employees don't necessarily get paid a lot. And so when there's a medical emergency, injury, death in the family, whatever, it's really, really hard for them to keep up with their finances and to catch up and keep the household going. So CORE was set up to help people working in the food and beverage service industries. They give grants, and that can help the families with their rent, mortgage, utilities, prescriptions, medical equipment, childcare, funeral expenses, funds for basic necessities, et cetera, et cetera. So if you know someone who's a low-paid restaurant employee, let them know about this national program. They have applications that can be submitted online. Like I said, this is national. I guess they have like 2 offices. One's in Tennessee, one's in Georgia. So basically, the applications can be submitted online in English and in Spanish. So let folks know, if you happen to know someone in that industry, that there is help available. Really appreciate that. Okay, let's see what's happening at the Durham Tech Small Business Center. And of course, Durham Tech, it's not really, it probably did start out on campus of Durham Tech. I wonder. But now it is, it was on campus. I do remember that. But anyway, now it's downtown, 701 West Main Street, and they have in-person classes. And then I list a bunch of classes that are being offered. When I say classes, I actually mean webinars, live webinars where you can ask questions. They're being offered across the state. You can attend any one of these classes if you want to learn more about running a business, totally free, no strings attached. So there's a bunch of classes I'll be telling you about for today. And usually they take Friday off. I shouldn't say they take Friday off. I should say no classes are being offered on Fridays. I'm sure they're still working. Okay, dynamite marketing on a firecracker budget for small businesses. They're going to have 2 classes today. One from 2 until 3, and then the next one from 6:30 until 7:30. Here's another class from 6 until 8, marketing your business. Here's another one from 6 until 8, introduction to QuickBooks, part 1. That's, keeping your bookkeeping and whatnot, your expenses. Here's another one from 6:30 until 8, advanced grant writing, part 1. If you think you might not be ready for advanced grant writing, attend anyway, because usually they're really, really patient and they're really good at explaining whatever it is they're explaining. So it's free, so why not? If you're curious, go ahead and attend Advanced Grant Writing Part 1 today, 6:30 until 8. Okay, let's go to the health page, to your health. got your COVID numbers if you're interested in that. It is Thursday, which means that 𝗕𝗓𝗓 has something going on tonight. Let's find it. There it is. Oh, NAMI, by the way, NAMI, that stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So basically, on Thursdays from 7 until 9, totally online, they have a meeting called the Stress and Anxiety Support Group for African Americans. This is where Black folks get together. A lot of times we push down our fears and our frustrations. That's not good. So basically, we can get some support, some affirmations, some information on how to deal with whatever it is you're dealing with. So also, you need to realize that you're not alone. This is led by Lorraine Childs from NAMI Durham. So it's online, totally free from 7 until 9. Okay, there's a Parkinson's program. Let me scroll down to that. So the American Dance Festival, they offer free classes for people with Parkinson's and also their care partners. So today, their class is called PWR Moves, Parkinson's Wellness Recovery, from 2 until 3:15. This is an in-person event at 721 Broad Street. This is at their ADF Script Studios. They have their own parking lot. It's a free class. I've got a phone number. You can call for info, and also you can click to sign up. Now, if you know you can't make it today, tomorrow they have an online event called Virtual Dance for Parkinson's. It's on Zoom. It'll be tomorrow from 11 until 12:15, so you might as well sign up for that one too. Okay, the American Red Cross is going to have a blood drive. There's a lot more on this page. I'm just choosing certain little events here. I'm not saying little disparagingly. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. So today, the American Red Cross, you can help them save lives by donating blood. They're already at Umstead Pines, 253 Country Club Drive, and they will be there until 4. And I think Blood Connection, they're also having a blood drive. They do the same. They save lives with blood donations. So today they will be at the University Ridge Apartments, 3611 University Drive, from 4 until 7:30. That's later on today. Okay, and let's see. Oh, let's go to the Health Events page. Let's go to the top, click on the big blue button, and let's see what support groups are meeting today. Okay, so I told you about the American Dance Festival Parkinson's event, told you about that. Now, later this afternoon from 5:30 until 6:30, there will be a virtual meeting of the Fertility Support Group for Women After Cancer. It's run by Duke. And I told you about tomorrow's Parkinson's event. Okay, so that's it for the health page. Let's go to the Senior Scope page. And let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. Let's see. Let me give you the address. 406 Rigsby Avenue. It's downtown. They have free parking, free membership, free events, free activities. Some are paid. Now they're open later in the evening. They're putting on like super special events where you might have to pay. But for the most part, everything is pretty much free. I'd like to remind you about the Essentials Supply Drive. This is to help seniors who are struggling. So you can help by donating self-care supplies, like for body cleanliness, and also cleaning things like for your house, like maybe have an extra bottle of cleanser, floor wax, or barkeeper's friend, whatever you have, and you could help struggling seniors keep themselves and their homes free. That would be super awesome. Oh, also, they are accepting non-perishable food donations. So if you have some canned food or food that is, non-perishable, canned, bottled, whatever, food that doesn't need refrigeration until it's opened, if you could donate those to the Essentials Supply Drive, that would be greatly appreciated. I don't know if they still have that. I think they moved the box from outdoors. I think it's indoors now in the lobby. So you enter it from Hunt Street. That's where the parking lot is. And then go in, and Miss Barbara or Miss Donna or whoever's at the front desk can let you know where to drop off your donation. Thank you in advance. Okay, it's Thursday. Let's see what's happening this afternoon. African drumming, 12:30. Bring your own drum. Afternoon bingo, 1 o'clock. Arthritis Foundation exercise program, 2:15. Playing with music at 3. This is where you get to play. Bring your flute, your guitar, whatever, and play. They have, I guess, they're the ones who print out the lyrics. I've seen people holding lyric sheets as they're singing. So it's a really great place to play music. Let's see what they're playing. I think they were playing a Carole King song last week. You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. We know that by Aretha Franklin, but I think it was written by Carole King. So yeah, so they have some great songs that they play. So if you want to join in, you don't have to be experienced. You don't really have to be. You just have to love singing or playing. You don't have to be, professional level at all. So anyway, it's fun. It's from 3 until 4:30 downstairs in the lower commons. Kings in the Corner is from 5:15 to 7, and I meant to ask what that is. I'll make sure to find out and let you know. They play Pinochle, that's a card game, from 5:15 until 7 tonight. Now, tomorrow, they're going to have, I meant to mark this. So Muscle Pump is usually offered on Wednesdays and Fridays, and I did note on Wednesdays that there's no Muscle Pump in September. I will repeat that for Fridays because that is true that even on Fridays, Muscle Pump will not be offered. So I'll go ahead and fix that. Open Studio, 9 to 12:30. This is where you get to work on your art project in the art studio. Total body workout at 10 o'clock. Ping pong at 10 o'clock. Movies, they have a theater, so they have movies on Fridays, free movies where they give you popcorn. So tomorrow's movie is Back to the Future. Oh boy, I've even heard of that one. That's the one with Michael J. Fox. It's with a DeLorean car, and he goes back to the future. Anyway, back to the past. Anyway, it's a fun movie. I've only seen snippets of it, but yeah, that's going to be tomorrow at 12:30. You might want to check that one out. And I see next week is going to be The Man from U.N.C.L.E. That was one of my favorite TV shows when I was a kid. But I think this is the updated movie. I don't think this is from the 60s. But tomorrow's movie is definitely Back to the Future. All right, let's look at the special events and see if there's anything going on. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, tomorrow. Okay, Nutrition Today cooking demo. That's going to be tomorrow in the 406 Cafe, which is downstairs. Tomorrow from 9:30 until 10:30. You do have to, let's see, do you have to sign up? Yeah, you do have to sign up. So call 919-688-8247, extension 110, and give your name and everything, your phone number, and see if you can get in on the cooking demo, which is going to be tomorrow at 9:30. Now, I'm telling you this in advance so you can work on this. On Monday, this coming Monday, they're going to have Grandparents' Day storytelling. So get your best story together, and they're going to have someone who will be recording your story. This is recording one of your life stories to pass down to your grandkids or great grandkids. And so I think they'll be helping you pass it down in recorded and printed form. Hey, Dr. Tachi's here. Tachi is here. If you like Mediascope, it's back. Mediascope is her show, and it's on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. on Facebook and I believe YouTube as well. It's a lot of fun. We're talking social media. We're talking pop culture. We're talking lots of fun. So follow Dr. Tachi, and you can go to Facebook, and it's Mediascope, one word, Mediascope 16, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, Tachi, please correct me. And I did see a bit of the show Wednesday, and it was fun. I couldn't stay because I was just so busy. But yeah, glad to see you back. Love Mediascope. Okay, let's see. Where was I? Okay, so that is. Oh, I was telling you about Grandparents' Day storytelling. So that's going to be Monday. So I'm letting you know now so you can get your best story together. If I had to pick one life story from my life, it would take me a while, which is why I'm telling you now so you can be ready for Monday. So that should be a really, really great way to pass down like your best stories. I have I have recounted my grandfather's best ghost stories, and they're true. But if I had to pick stories from my life, hmm, one of them would be hmm, my favorite Christmas, my favorite childhood Christmas, when we opened up all of our Christmas presents and were thrilled. And then we were, modest means. I mean, we didn't get like fantastical, marvelous, magical gifts for Christmas. We got, your regular gifts. So we were pleased with what we got. And then we went to the back. We always went to the backyard, looked out the window to the backyard to see if it snowed, because it's always magical when it snows for Christmas. And even though we were pleased with what we had already received for Christmas, I looked over and I saw a big green bicycle with my brother's name, and I hollered for my brother to come to the den and see this bike. And I think that was probably, it was such a big surprise, and it was such an incredible uh, Christmas present. We didn't get presents like that usually. So yeah, somebody must have gotten a raise or something or worked overtime. But yeah, so that's my favorite Christmas story, because we were both so shocked and amazed at my little brother's uh, gift. So, and Tachi saying I'm correct. Meteoscope 16, yes. So that's one of my life stories. I don't know if that's a fabulous story. It's one of my favorites. Anyway, so get that together for Monday. And I wonder, I'm not a grandparent. I wonder if you could be a non-grand. I mean, I have people that I could share my stories with. I don't have kids or grandkids, but I do have a niece and now two great nephews who are 3 years old. I'd love to pass down stories to them as well. I'm going to ask if you have to literally be a grandparent. So anyway, let's now go to the last page we will be visiting. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I do apologize. I get carried away. I love doing this show and talking to you, even though I'm not really I'm getting back and forth from Tachi because she's watching live. I know most people watch this show on the replay, but it is nice to, to share, things with you. Okay, so today is the 5th. Okay, if you can get in the door of the Durham Community Food Pantry, I would say leave out now. The Catholic Charities, they run the Durham Community Food Pantry on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And thank you, Tachi. She says, we don't mind the sharing. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do. Okay. So Catholic Charities, they run the Durham Community Food Pantry. It's fabulous. You go there as long as you get in by 1. Because once it's 1 o'clock, they're looking at they're like 1 o'clock. So yeah, get in there. Let me give you the address right now. You might want to hop in the car or the number. What bus is it? Oh shoot, 10. I think it's the number 10 bus. Anyway, um, the address is, let me find it, 2020 Chapel Hill Road. It's right in between the new Lincoln Community Health Center and the Scrap Exchange. So head over there now if you need food for your family. So basically, you talk to a social worker, and then you get a week's worth of groceries. Let them know if you can't handle dairy or pork. They have people there who speak Spanish, people there, one lady there who speaks French, because I've seen people from, where do you speak French in Africa? Oh man, their outfits are so gorgeous. I think the lady was from Congo, if I'm not mistaken. But boy, yeah. So anyway, there's one woman there who speaks French, which is great. And also, if you need diapers, let them know. They have pull-ups, newborn to toddler size, and then the big ones for adults if you're caring for, your mom or a grandmother or or dad or granddad. It's up to you. So you can ask for that. Also, you never know what they have out back. People are always making donations. So if you need something for your 7-year-old, shoes for your 15-year-old, whatever, ask because they might be able to go out back and get it just for you. So there you go. So that's going to be today until 1. So just know they do this on Wednesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 1, and one additional time on Wednesdays from 5 until 7. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is starting soon too. The Durham City Council Durham City Council work session that starts at 1 o'clock from 1 until 5. So if you want to rush downtown and attend in person at City Council chambers, you can definitely do that. 101 City Hall Plaza. As you know, all the buses go downtown, so you can take any bus and just hop off and head over to City Council chambers. Also, if you don't want to go through that much trouble, you can always attend virtually, so to speak. You can watch from the City of Durham's website, the YouTube, the X, the Facebook, Roku, Apple TV, Frontier Channel 70. I don't even know what that is. AT&T Uverse Channel 99, whatever. There's all these different ways to attend. I usually watch on YouTube, and because you can also make comments. And I think they started doing that because I'm not going to mention her name, but certain activists before the city council started doing it themselves, live streaming on YouTube, they would bring their smartphone and they would live stream, but they'd make like little muffled comments. So I think they wanted to kind of nip that in the bud. And anyway, however you attend is the way that you attend, and I encourage all those different ways. And I don't mind at all if you live stream it and make little comments, because sometimes these comments need to be made. I'm just saying. I'm not saying anybody's wrong, for sure. Sometimes things need to be said. That's all I'm going to say there. We continue. New Visions of Africa restaurant. They'll be distributing free meals today. Not all of us live in situations where we have access to kitchens and whatnot. So go ahead and head over there. They will be giving away meals from 3 until 6. They're at 1306 Fayetteville Street, right next door to W.D. Hill, and they're served by the 5 and the 5K bus. And Tachi saying, I'm sure their video was terrible too. Not necessarily. The cool thing, though, Tachi, you know what I want you to do? Actually, everybody, if you have not watched a city council meeting on YouTube, I want you to go to the City of Durham's YouTube channel. Okay, YouTube channel, and click on one of the past city council meetings. I want you to see the intro. It is so cool, and some people might say it's corny. I think they show every city council member with the music and it's really cool. So I want you to do that, Tachi, because I know that I think you're from New York, but living in Florida, you might have probably seen all different ways that cities have presented their city council meetings, but I don't know if they do it like we do it here in Durham. So check it out and let me know. Okay, let me continue. I'm supposed to be respecting your time. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, Naranan meets today. That's going to be from 5 until 6 at Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church, 2200 South Alston Avenue. And Naranan, I didn't explain, that stands for Narcotics Anonymous. This is for people who are relatives and friends of people who are who have addictions. So you're trying to think of creative ways to deal with it, hopefully to help them kick their addictions. So you'll be going through your own process, so to speak. So from 5 until 6 on Thursdays at Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church, 2200 South Alston Avenue. If you don't have a car, number 8 bus. Okay, now you might wonder why I didn't mention this sooner. The Taking Back Thursday live concert series at Boxyard RTP, which is at 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. Usually I mention that really early when I list the Let's Go events. Usually on Thursdays, like Wednesdays, their live concerts are from noon until 2. But for some reason today, I don't know if this is a new time for every Thursday, but this time it's from 5:30 until 7:30. So don't head out there now. It's 5:30 to 7:30. And the band that will be featured will be acoustic band, the 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟. And it might be Knopp, but Knopp. So either Knopp or Knopp. Either one might be correct. Let me know which one. So anyway, the trio, they'll be performing songs from Leonard Cohen to Chris Stapleton. That's a pretty wide range there. So that's going to be this evening from 5:30 until 7:30. Free admission. You will be smelling delicious food, Korean food, barbecue, pizza. So have a few dollars on you in case you succumb. So again, that's from 5:30 until 7:30. It's an outdoor event, and it's a little airish today, as my great grandmother used to say. So you might want to bring like a little fleece jacket or whatever. Okay, the Oval Park Food Truck Rodeo, that's going to be tonight. That should be really fun, from 5:30 until 7:30. And Oval Park is at 2200 West Club Boulevard. And they will be featuring Americana and alt country acoustic trio, Too Many Cases. This is a free event. Do not forget your lawn chair. You probably don't want to sit in the dirt or on the grass, but you might want to. But definitely bring your lawn chair. If you're going to bring a like a blanket, remember that it just rained recently, so you might want to bring like a plastic tarp from Dollar Tree or Walmart, and then put your blanket on top so you don't get all wet. High Wire Brewing Durham, they're going to have their mini pop-up market this evening from 6 until 8. Always fun, 800 Taylor Street on the northern end of Golden Belt. So basically, this is where they choose one arts and crafts vendor. They get to set up shop. You get to meet them, look at their beautiful art, maybe make a purchase or two. And basically, it's just a nice night out. If you want to be considered for a future mini pop-up market, then let them know. I've got the link right there. You can fill out the form and maybe you can be chosen to be in a future mini pop-up market. The Fleet Feet Pony Run is this evening. It starts at and returns to Pony Source Brewing, which is at 219 Hood Street. This is from 6:15 to 8:30. So you can choose whether to run 3 miles or 5 miles. It's all up to you and how your feet feel. Run at your own pace, and it's totally free. Now, if you like to sing, now as you know, 2 days ago, the Durham Community Chorale had Voice Placement Day 1. So today, it's Voice Placement Day 2 for people who love to sing and would love to join the Durham Community Chorale for their 2024-25 fall and spring seasons. So let's see. Oh, it's at a different place. Okay, so tonight it's going to be at St. Paul's Lutheran Church. So this time it's at St. Paul's. That's at 1200 West Cornwallis Road. So what you need to do first is set up a time for your audition. So you just don't show up. So they want you to fill out the form, tell them a little bit about yourself. They probably also want to know if you're soprano or tenor or whatever. And fill out the form and then tell a little bit about yourself. And then hopefully you'll be able to set a time for your audition. I'm saying hopefully because it's only, actually, I don't know how many hours it is. It might be as long as it needs to be. So yeah, so go ahead and see if you can join the Durham Community Chorale. And they have some great concerts. Let's see. Oh, here's a movie you might want to see. The Rubenstein Arts Center at 2020 Campus Drive. They're going to be hosting a screening of Ryusuke Hamaguchi's Evil Does Not Exist, which came out last year. So that's going to be screened at 7 o'clock. It's about small town folks who suddenly have to deal with a luxury resort that offers a new life for the locals who want to get involved. So it's like, old school versus, I guess, new wealth and all that kind of stuff. A lot of intrigue, I suppose, and confrontations. So it's free admission because they usually show movies for free at the Rubenstein. So it's free. But I do have a link. If you're not sure what the movie's about, I probably didn't explain it that well. You can watch the trailer and get a better idea of what it's about. And then there's another link for parking tips because, as you probably know, for some reason, Rubenstein does not have its own parking lot. So you're going to need some parking tips because, after all, it's Duke. Okay, here's another. Did I tell you the time? 7 o'clock. It starts at 7. Okay. Now, this is kind of wild. The Bull City Wood Shop, which is on Pettigrew Street, 1912 to be exact, they're going to be hosting a build your own picture frame workshop. Have you ever considered that, making your own picture frame? I actually knew a guy, went to college with him, and he was from Grenada, and he made his own frame building. He had a business where he sold black art, but he made the frames too. And I bought a couple of pieces from him. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So if you learn how to make your own picture frames, yeah, you can make a real statement with your child's art, or maybe some nice pieces that you purchase or whatever. So they're going to be teaching you all about that. You will be using a miter saw, router, sander, picture framing nail gun. So you can cut and assemble your own custom frame. Materials are provided, including the plexiglass, of course, and also the matte backer. You always have to have a nice matting in the back, and also the hanging hardware. They've thought of everything. So the cost might be a little pricey, but you're learning something that you can start a business with. So if you choose to make an 8 by 10-inch frame, it's $75. If you choose 9 by 12, it's $85. And if you choose 16 by 20, that's $95. The proceeds, I need to tell you because you might be recoiling right now, but the proceeds help to fund the kids program. So they actually have an after-school program where they teach kids how to do woodworking, and they teach them for free. So we adults, we're helping them. So I think that's fantastic. So there's a link for more information and to register. So it's going to be this evening from 7 until 9. Okay, now if you like jazz, the Eagle's Nest Jam that features students from North Carolina Central University's Jazz Studies program, that's going to be from 7 until 10:15 this evening at Missy Lane's Assembly Room, the new spot downtown, 310 East Main Street. Admission is $10, free if you're a member. And you can click and get your ticket. And Tachi, thank you. She's saying it's wonderful. It is a wonderful program. I also want to tell Tachi and anyone watching from that's not in Durham, you might not realize that North Carolina Central University is an HBCU. Oh, wait, shout out to another HBCU, Claflin University. Okay, let me continue. So NCCU jazz students, if you don't know, Tachi, they win national awards when they compete against other and usually bigger schools because NCCU is very small. But anyway, when they're competing in national contests like in New York City, whatever, I don't want to say they always win. I'm not going to say that, but yeah, Tachi knows NCCU very well. Okay, let me shut my mouth. But I do like to brag every now and then because I remember when I first moved here. I'm supposed to be respecting your time, but I have to tell the story. Okay, when I first moved here, there was a concert maybe a couple of weeks after I moved here that I went to at the Durham Arts Council. And who is a Brazilian trumpet player? I think it was Claudio Hojiti. Pretty sure. Yeah. Claudio Hojiti. He's like a session. He's like their Freddie Hubbard. So he's like their main session man, but also a solo artist. So he came to Durham and performed at the Durham Arts Council. And then they had NCCU students sitting in. And I was like, of course, I didn't know about the legacy of NCCU when I first moved here. So I was like, college kids? They tore it up. They tore it up. And with Claudio Hojiti being Brazilian, I don't want to get too technical. Let's just say they have a different scale than we do. That's all I'm going to say. and the NCC students were on it. And I was like, wow. I was very impressed. So, and Tachi's right. Yeah, sometimes you get overshadowed by A&T. Who? Yeah, NCC is awesome. Let me continue. Let me continue to respect your time by continuing. Let's see. So I told you about Eagle's Nest Jam, 7 to 10:15 at Missy Lane's Assembly Room. Now, the last item for tonight is an evening of political satire and stories as Roy Wood Jr. and Jordan Klepper share the stage at Page Auditorium. Now, I know who Jordan Klepper is because I see him on YouTube. He doesn't confront MAGA people, but he shows how dumb they can be by allowing them to speak and just he's kind of like he reminds me of Jack Benny in a way. He doesn't beat you across the head, you know. He'll kind of look at the camera like, you know. So now Roy Wood Jr., I'm really embarrassed because he's black and I don't know who he is. But like I should know all the black people in the world, but I need to find out who that is. But Roy Wood Jr. and Jordan Klepper, they will be at Page Auditorium on Duke's West Campus, 402 Chapel Drive. That's going to be tonight from 7:30 until 9. Tickets will range from $25 to $35, $15 if you're a Duke employee, $10 if you're a Duke student, because it's offered by Duke. Page Auditorium is a Duke venue. So you can click for more information and also to make your purchase. Now, let's see. Oh, okay. Thank you, Tachi. He's on The Daily Show. You know, I see excerpts from The Daily Show on Comedy Central, but usually it's some other guy. I forget the guy with the funny face and the glasses. Yeah, so, yeah. Anyway, we continue. Let me just run through what's happening tomorrow morning, just real quick, while I'm respecting your time, saying that over and over. Line Dancing with Jitterbug tomorrow at the IR Home Senior, also known as Campus Hills Recreation Center, from 9 until 10, $4 session fee. Counterculture Coffee tasting at 10 at 812 Mallard Avenue. You get to sample all these different flavors of coffee. Counterculture Coffee, you can find their coffee at many of our local coffee shops, so you can check that out. It's free. Salvation Army of Durham, Free Food Friday, 909 Liberty Street tomorrow, starting at 10, going until around noon-ish. This is where if you need help with food, they have non-perishable foods. They have drinks, snacks, hygiene items, canned goods, meats, sometimes even pet food. So take your current photo ID just in case. And also, just in case, take one of those strong bags that you might have at home because you hate to be left out because they ran out of bags. There's still a lot of need out there, and a lot of people start lining up really early because I've been there. And yeah, get there early, get there definitely before 10 o'clock. And I think that is, oh, one more thing, which is really cool, the Glass Jug Beer Lab. They're having their Friday co-working and networking social tomorrow from noon until 5. This is for people who are freelancers, entrepreneurs, remote workers, people who are working in isolation. Sometimes it gets a little tedious being alone all day, every day. So what you can do, take your laptop or whatever, and then spend the last few hours of your work week at their co-working space. And I know I said Glass Jug Beer Lab. Oh, this is the one, by the way, the one that's downtown. You know, there's more than one. So 545 Foster Street. So they have apparently someplace set aside for the remote workers. And then, you know, you do your work as usual. And then between 4 and 5, it's like social hour. You get to meet the other remote workers or freelancers or whatever, and you get to make new friends. It's really great because I work by myself every day. It doesn't get tiring for me because I do my show here, and also I'm out in these streets for senior pharmacists going from place to place giving away flyers and whatnot. So I might not be as lonely as some of you who are just like, I know sometimes it's rough. I hear from people sometimes that they don't even say a word to anybody in person for days. And that's not good. It's not good for the mental health. So you might want to check that out. That's going to be tomorrow, starting at noon. See if you can register for that real quick. Okay, let's check the weather, and then I'll definitely let you go. Oh boy, it's almost a quarter to one. Sorry. It's 74 right now. The high is going to be 79. And the sun is trying to come out. It's supposed to be cloudy until 3-ish. Then the sun will make its a glorious appearance, hopefully until sunset, which is it's getting earlier and earlier. 7:36 is sunset. But anyway, it should be a beautiful afternoon with a high of 79. Tomorrow, the high will be 81. It's more like it, yes. 81, and it will be partly sunny tomorrow. And it looks like the weekend is going to be 82 and 76 respectively. Cloudy Saturday, sunny Sunday. Let's look ahead to next week. Oh, it's going to be just like this week. Okay. Lower 80s, upper 70s. I can't complain because, I know it's coming. I love summer. I don't look forward to winter, but at least we don't have winter like they have in back home in Chicago. I don't think it's ever been below zero since I've been here. I don't think it's been lower than like 20 something. I don't think it's been even in the teens here. So anyway, let me let you go. You have a beautiful afternoon. And Tachi, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for your lovely comments. I always appreciate it. And folks, please follow Tachi at Mediascope 16 so that on Wednesdays at 6 Eastern Time, you can enjoy a really, really fun show that you can do some back and forth with. And you can order like virtual food. They have a virtual food truck. It's just fun. It's just lots of fun. So anyway, enjoy yourself, and I will see you tomorrow at noon for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.